In today's video, you'll learn about what's inside Coke Zero. And you should know that for two reasons. First, it's a great icebreaker on your next date. Second, I'd like you to be smarter than the people who just claim it's bad for you without knowing what's actually inside. Because surprisingly, you might be surprised. Today's video is not sponsored by Coca-Cola. I'm supposed to say that, right?
Yeah, you have to say that.
Enjoy the video. We all know that this bottle here contains some ice-cold Coke Zero. But what exactly is in this dark and fizzy liquid? For this video, I'll be analyzing the individual versions of Coke Zero that you can buy in the US and Germany. Obviously, different countries have different regulations on what's allowed in food and beverages, so your experiences may vary. Coca-Cola even admits to alter the taste of its products across countries based on market research and cultural impacts. Yet they claim that the distinctive flavor remains the same across countries. Let's get into the ingredients now. By German law, the list of ingredients on a product has to be in the order of their quantity. The exact amount, however, does not have to be disclosed. The first ingredient is water, and that shouldn't shock anybody really. Next we have carbonic acid. Some articles associate carbonic acid with having a negative effect on tooth enamel, but as always there were counter-studies that disprove these claims. Another study associates carbonic acid with weight gain due to increased appetite. Not really that credible because they only used rats and 20 students for their study. Either way, sparkling water would have the exact same effects, so carbonic acid can't really be the bad part about Coke Zero. Let's move on. Sulfite ammonia caramel, or E150D, is basically heated sugar that gives Coke and Coke Zero respectively its distinctive dark color. There is an association with cancer that has been proven in animal tests. You should also know that the same substance is created when cooking meat in a pan and can also be found in lots of other products like sauces and sweets. So, is E150D bad? German authorities classify it as harmless, but in California, for example, the allowed dose is 1,500 times lower than what's allowed here. It's most certainly unhealthy, definitely not healthy, but there are some sources that claim that in order for it to be cancerous, you would need to drink 1,000 cans of Coke Zero in a single day. You can't. Next we have phosphoric acid, and this is mostly interesting for all the kids, respectively parents out there. Phosphoric acids can and will destroy tooth enamel and can cause erosion damage when consumed on a regular basis. Additionally, it steals calcium from your body, which is bad for children and other humans with an increased calcium need, like pregnant women or athletes. Although phosphoric acid therefore doesn't sound good, it is used in over 40 foods like ice cream, tea, fish paste, potato products, and, ironically, sports drinks. So the ingredient by itself is bad, but the loss of calcium can actually be compensated for by an increased vegetable intake, yes, for example spinach, but also by eating more dairy products. In the US version we see potassium benzoate listed on the ingredients. It is basically a preservative that fights food spoilage. Aside from people that react allergic to the substance, it is considered harmless for the regular person and a moderate consumption. Let's move on to the selling part of Coke Zero, artificial sweeteners. There are up to 3 kinds of artificial sweeteners in this brown beverage. The first is sodium cyclamate, or E952, which is found in the German version. While being the weakest of the allowed artificial sweeteners, this substance already is 35 to 70 times sweeter than sugar. A large percentage will be excreted unused by your body, and scientifically there is no proof of the substance to be bad for you. The daily recommended dose is 7 mg per kilogram of your body weight, and apparently the authorities in some countries, including the US, banned this ingredient. Next we have aspartame, or E951. It is 200 times as sweet as sugar and is used in a variety of products. The byproducts of the metabolism of E951 can cause headaches and allergies for some people. Still, experts were not able to identify valid side effects. Additionally, there are no independent and errorless studies that could associate E951 with cancer or damage to the genes. The maximum recommended intake per day for a healthy person in Europe is 40 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. And this roughly translates to 75 milliliters of Coke Zero per kilogram of body weight. So a person weighing around 80 kilograms therefore had to drink around 6 liters of Coke Zero a day to reach that maximum, which I wouldn't recommend either way. The third artificial sweetener is Sulfame potassium, or E950. It is also 200 times as sweet as sugar, and the recommended daily intake is limited to 9 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. Like with the other artificial sweeteners, occasional and moderate consumption could not be associated with any harmful effects. However, the production of these sweeteners is very costly, so if you care about your ecological footprint, natural sweeteners are the better choice. The next ingredient is potassium citrate for the US version and sodium citrate for the German version. They both qualify as citric acids and are considered harmless and have no daily intake limitations. They simply support preservation and add to the flavor of Coke Zero. Let's talk about flavor. Natural flavor, in fact, because that's what it says on the label. But what is it? Literature says that a natural flavor must come from a plant or animal-based source and must be chemically identical to the natural flavor from the source. Additionally, when there is no exact flavor mentioned in the ingredients list, for example natural vanilla flavor, you can be pretty sure that the flavor comes from biotechnological modification of the source flavor with the help of bacteria, fungi, or enzymes. So we do know that it's somewhat natural, but not really what it is. It's no secret that there is caffeine in Coke Zero. The amount is rather moderate though. 100 milliliters of Coke Zero contain approximately 9.7 milligrams of caffeine. 100 milliliters of coffee already contain 40 milligrams. The maximum daily intake for a healthy adult is 400 milligrams, which is about 4 liters or about 12 cans of Coke Zero a day. Last but not least, we get the info that Coke Zero contains phenylalanine. Phenylalanine is in fact an amino acid that comes from natural proteins like meat, fish, vegetables, but can also be found in artificial sweeteners like aspartame. It is a legal requirement to put this on the label because there are people with phenylketonuria, I hope I said that right, that are not able to process this amino acid in their bodies. And don't worry, you would probably know if you had that. So now that you basically know everything that's inside of Coke Zero, should you drink it? No. Can you drink it occasionally without worrying? As a healthy person, yes. Yes. Thanks for sticking around. You can find the sources that I used down in the video description, and if you have any comments or questions, feel free to jump down there in the comment section. If you want to talk live, stop by my Twitch stream every Tuesday and Thursday. The link to that and to all my other social media is also down in the video description. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you soon. Take care and do what makes you happy.